What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I am back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color, playing as Odin. His name is the Rapl. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Odin as well. His name is Suppe. The map is Savannah, and this is game number 3 of this best of 3 for Volatile Champions League Season 2, Week 5. All the marbles. Last game of the season. Got to win this one if you want to get into the playoffs. Don't want to be in that situation where you have to play relegations, because relegations, you have to play the other group's player, boom, boom, or the champion. If you lose that game, schmack, then this player will have to play the winner of the Challengers League, and they go schmack. And then whoever wins that game gets to participate in next season of Champions League. The other player does not. Exciting. Very, very exciting. We'll see how this is going. Both of these games have been very, very short. Both Heimdall rushes. But the reason I think for those Heimdall rushing games, a little bit of idle villager time there from Rapl. The reason for those rushes in those games was because it's frozen wastes and all the food is in the center. If you have a safe base, you don't have to be too worried about it. You see both players utilizing the Great Hunt in tandem with the Rhinoceros. You can only ever get one Rhinoceros from Great Hunt because it gives you 750 food with the Great Hunt. And Rhinoceros are 500 food plus 500. If you do the math, you will find that the Rhinoceros with 2 of them is more than 750. See? I can do math. Don't know what 500 plus 500 is, but I know it's more than 750. So you want to get a couple of goat. You want to make sure you don't go over the 750 with the goat, because then you might accidentally not get a rhino. So you have to be careful with that one, but you get all of the goat if you do it correctly. So, Rhinoceros getting gathered, villagers chopping wood, doing all of the good stuff. And we see a temple coming up now for Rapl. And the relic over here, we've got Pelt of Argus. Actually, a decent relic for this matchup. Gives the raiding cavalry a lot more room to breathe. And we see the Eye of Ornlu coming in as well. Suppe with the temple in the middle of the map. Rapl with the temple in his base. So Suppe looks like he's going for the Heimdall rush. And Rapl looks like he might be trying to play this one a little bit more standard. Maybe going to think about going Freya. I don't think you want to risk Freya in this game, in this matchup. The temple just about to come up, and whoa, I'm not sure what is going on with Rapl's economy here, but he's really struggling with these with his talent center. You can see it's a slight advantage for Suppe at 19 population. He's got 14 villagers out at this point, and he's got both of his ox carts already, so just a slight advantage. And he looks like he's cutting villagers just to advance as fast as he can. The Ravens do spot this. We see Heimdall coming through. Rapl going for Freya though. Rapl going for Freya. So he's going to utilize that Valkyrie to raid Suppe's main base while Suppe is attempting to get aggressive onto Rapl. We'll see if that's going to matter or not. The relic behind him is going to be huge, because that's throwing axeman bonus damage. 5%. Nothing to be sneezed at. That starts becoming a big deal when you add in all of the bonus damages that it does do. And now we'll see how this is all going to go. Will Suppe walk over Rapl, or will Rapl be able to defend? The Raven's just chilling, using the other Raven, trying to find where the hunt is. The Rhinoceros about to be finished, and this is a problem because, yes, there's Zebra here, but how do you defend the Valkyrie? You have to basically leave a Herso back there. And I guess you could try that. We are seeing the longhouses going up for Suppe, Ursa, and Ulfsark coming in. The Einhjar not being controlled at all. He's going to get chased down by that Ursa. The Einhjar is so slow at this stage. 3.00 speed. It's almost better to make sure you garrison it at the start of the game. But Einhjar, it looks like it might actually go down yet again before being able to blow his horn. And as someone said in his chat, it seems like Suppe doesn't like his horn getting blown. Okay, all right, okay. We'll stop. We'll stop. Valkyrie coming in, going to be hitting these villagers. Like I said, exactly what's going to happen. It's a very low HP villager here. The Hursa Skull Manhugger coming in. We do see the Undermine coming in, but it's not fast enough. That Longhouse not going to go down. We see the one villager has been sniped. The Oxcut going after this. And now the Iron Heart goes down again without managing to blow that horn. And the Ulfsark Flood coming through. We are seeing a Forest Fire. Soup going to be retreating back here away from this. More Hursa coming in. And it's looking as if both players kind of wasting their god powers here. The Forest Fire going to open this this forest up so that he can have a little bit more surface area to play with, but I'm not sure it's going to matter at all. We're seeing the Valkyrie coming back, going to be joining in on the fight. Villagers jumping onto this this hunt here. It's almost as if it would be better for Soup to just throw a lot of these villagers onto wood and gold and go throwing Axeman Iron here. We do see him attempting to snipe down this Longhouse. This might not be the best idea, and he is deciding to retreat away before losing any units, but he doesn't get the Longhouse down at all. We are seeing one throwing Axeman able to defend this one here by repairing the Valkyrie, getting pushed back there by those Hursa, but returning back into the fight. Needs to get those Hursa onto the Valkyrie, and he does manage to do so. The Hursa doing so much damage here by Rapl. Really nice play, and it's looking like the population here, though, is favoring Soup at this point in the game, but there's just so many Hursa in this fight, and where is all of the population for Soup? Soup's at 19 villages here. Looks like Rapple's been cutting villages like a madman in order to keep up. Unless there was some raids. No, I don't think there's been raids. We're seeing the units getting garrisoned here. Attempting to snipe those Hursa in the back. This Valkyrie's got 1 HP left. Could just move back and use it as a sort of budget healing spring. Costs 3 population. But we're seeing that Soup's going to be completely denied here. It's still not enough. Like, I don't know, way too much wood, not enough gold. Just put villagers onto gold. You do see the Valkyrie get sniped. Hursa gets sniped. Population 44 for Rapl. He's getting a lot of snipes onto these units here that are just popping out. And this is huge for Rapl. Every single free unit he's killing is absolutely gigantic. And Soup is not managing this at all, throwing Longhouses around, moving over into the corner with his villagers onto that hunt there in an attempt to maybe start making some raiding cavalry to deal with those throwing axemen. But honestly, I don't think it matters. Your opponent doesn't have Einherjar. Throwing Axeman Einherjar beats every single composition that that Freya Norse can muster, because they can't get out the Valkyrie to deal with the Einherjar. You don't even need Hursa. You don't even need Hursa. We are seeing throwing Axemans targeting down each other here as Rapl is got this clearly has the advantage in these fights, but Soup is attempting to take them regardless. You can see like 4 units here compared to something more in the vicinity of 10 units for Rapl, and Soup's 30 population now. 31 population to 49 population. Absolute massacre here. All of those red units falling into the ground near the water there. We are finally seeing an Einherjar pop, but is this going to be yet again another very sad Einherjar? He's not going to be able to blow his horn. And Soup retreating back. He's got to muster something here. I would love to see him just go for, like, he's got 50 favor. Just get that temple back up. Go for Einherjar throwing Axeman. What can you do to defend against it? You have to go heroic age. Get the frost giants out. Essentially is the only real way you can deal with it. And now the gold mine just about to be finished for Soup. And the Ravens flying into position. I wonder if Rapple's going to sit on this gold mine here. Sit on this gold mine with his other Raven. Not sure where it is. Oh, there it is. Just chilling. But he's searching around with that Raven. Just going to fly over the base to see where the gold's at. It's 50. Like, Soup's actually caught up on population nicely here. 56 population, and he does have an Einherjar. I'm not sure if it's quite enough yet to fight this, especially with Soup's micro of this this Einherjar being so incredibly bad. He just hasn't used it once. There we go. Helps so much, but it's so late and the Ion's going to fall. If you just fought this one over here and then sniped it with the Ursa, with the throwing axeman during the thing, it would have been really big. But yet again, Rapl able to deal with that. One Ursa left, two Ursa left as well. Now seeing a couple of those raiding cavalries chilling over here, waiting for their turn to strike this gold mine. In the head of Rapl, knows that this gold mine's where he's going to go. Oxcar very far behind, but should be there by the time the first load has been gathered. Now the Raven's going to spot these dwarves heading over to this gold mine over here. And Rapl is not going to allow that gold mine to happen at all. We'll see if he even notices it. I think he might have already sent that Raven over to this location, but he does see it. And the army is going to be probably making its way through. More longhouses coming down for Suppe at 46 population to 68. It's a 22 population difference here. Now we see the houses getting targeted down as Rapl. He's very low on resources, so it's not like he's not spending them. He's not getting housed too badly because the resources are all getting spent. Not too many units on 99%. So nice macro from Rapl as well. You can see the town center even is not going to get housed here. So the house comes up just in time. Well, the population is there. There's the house. You see Suppe coming back into this location. The raiders going after the ox cart that's getting pickaxe as well. Dwarves getting sniped here. Nice play from Rapl. We are seeing a ghost building absolutely huge here. And the wall as well. I mean, he can just jab through this if he wants, but he's not going for it. There he goes. The wall's a bit of a waste, but he does manage to take that one down. As he's going to be able to escape with 10 of those dwarves, losing quite a few of them though. Meanwhile, some raids coming in onto Rapl's gold mine. Only 3 raiders is enough to just turn around and fight. Dwarves have got the 75 HP instead of 65 HP with the same amount of damage. So they can very easily turn around and jab these, or shank these raiding cavalry to death without losing anything. And we've got Suppe sending in some throwing axemen here. We'll see if that's going to help out at all here. Rapl a little bit out of position, but he does have a gold staff right now on Suppe, which means no iron here to be produced. All the houses coming down for Rapl. The villagers simply just retreating away. Feeling great about themselves. We've got some more dwarves falling. What's the villager count? 35 apiece here. So still very even on the villagers. It's just the straight population advantage that Rapl has got. You see the raiders going after the ox cart yet again. Rapl or Suppe not going to allow this. He's turning around with all of his villagers to try and snipe these raiding cavalry. And he should be able to snipe them before the ox cart goes down. And Rapl will be retreating away. Still going for fights in the middle here. Rapl trading very nicely as Suppe is still taking... It's like a decent fights, I guess. He's trading evenly in a way. So it's nice fights considering he's behind on population. The raiding cavalry or the throwing axemen that was sent in have all been swept up there by Rapl, getting some more good trades. And now we've got the Valkyrie starting to come out for Rapl. But Rappel's out of food. Where can he go? He's got some gazelle over here, a gazelle over here. He's got a baboon over here. He's got zebra over here. So he's got some options for food. See what he wants to try. He could just go all onto wood as well and start farming a little bit as an option. And now we see the temple coming back up for Suppe. He wants to start making those iron Hiar out, sitting at 64 population. But the temple gets targeted down immediately. No attempt at building a safe temple. Who needs safe temples? Now the throwing axeman will be able to snipe some of these, but he's only going to get one, or he doesn't even get one iron Hiar out. Yikes. Nice play from Rapl there. Suppe in having a lot of problems just getting out anything. Still going for some raids. No, those are ravens. Tell a lie. But Suppe getting away with murder by not having to, but by basically being allowed to gather from that gold mine. We are seeing that the Rapl is like, I can just kill off all these houses, but that's like minimum value. You get value from it, but it's minimum. This over here is maximum value. Now we see a Valkyrie and a raiding cavalry coming over here in order to try and start hitting this again, going up to the ox guard again. Should be able to start that one down. Suppe just loves the temple. He wants the temple here. Not back here. Why build it back here where it's safe when you can build it up here on this location? Will he build it back here now? Yep. All right. Definition of insanity is doing the same thing twice and expecting a different result. And finally, we can say that while Soup is a bowl of soup, he is not a crazy person. Now the big army coming in. Soup going to be probably fighting this with his villagers as a last-ditch effort. Meanwhile, we see the raiders hitting the zebra in this location. These hunt villagers trying to kill off as many as he can. We see Aurora Borealis coming through from Rapl at this point. 42 villagers to 40 villagers. So it's still relatively close, but there's just no resources getting gathered. Lots of villager pickoffs there by Rapl as well. And now Rapl Soup might be able to switch the front over onto this gold mine. He's got his temple up now, so he can start making those iron here. 91 population. There is a very real possibility here for Soup to make a comeback now with this army. 2 iron here, get out a 3rd iron here, and then maybe he can fight. But the Valkyries are out though. Shield Maiden Valkyries, 200% bonus against myth units compared to the iron here. It's only 100% bonus versus myth units. But there's the first horn. There's the damage. The Valkyrie tanking all of the throwing axemen in the back. This other iron here coming in, going to blow his horn. Attempt to help out a ton here. But is this going to be enough with the Aurora Borealis Valkyrie that have managed to come out now for Rapl? At this stage of the game, I think this army from Soup too strong. Oh, sorry, from Rapl too strong. Soup not able to deal with this, not getting the upgrade for his Anya either, which helps out heaps. And Soup gets run over for a second time here. While this is happening, he does have 9 villages on gold over here, grabbing berries in the middle of the map. But I'm not sure what Soup can do at this point. Rapl can probably start thinking about getting to the heroic age. He's got his farms up, and Soup does decide to tap out in the 16th minute of this game. GG, well played by Rapl, but honestly, this just felt like a little bit of rust in the Heimdall situation from Soup. In the Odin versus Odin matchup, you have to remember, if you can get out the throwing axemen iron here early enough, before the food becomes abundant, before the favor becomes abundant for the Freya player, you simply just win the fights. But Soup never got to that state where he could get enough, and also not grabbing this upgrade at any point is actually really, really bad. An extra 10% iron here hit points is huge, with the extra 6 hack damage. 6 hack damage is huge as well, to be sure. The Shield Maiden Valkyrie with the Aurora Borealis giving 50% Valkyrie hack damage is about the same in terms of how much it gives it. So it's really important to grab that upgrade. But Soup doesn't get it. Soup doesn't get enough iron here out. Soup loses this middle really, really bad and could never come back, never put a safe temple up. Feels bad. GG, well played by Rapl, though, gets the win, and I believe that puts him into the playoffs and Soup into the relegations. I could be wrong. Definitely check out the Discord if you want to keep up to date with everything. There's spoilers everywhere, so you can click on those to see them or not click on them, so it's pretty safe. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTubes, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next game.